Hey, hello. We are live on Periscope. We're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. Hello, everyone. We have like a couple of seconds before we get started. You know what time it is. It is Dear Journal time. So get some water, juice, blankie. Let's snuggle up. Let's get ready to chat and have a fun conversation. Share this out, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of sharing right now, and then we will get the party started. So much fun. So much fun. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. It's pretty early, right? Wherever you are in the world here on the Mountain Standard Time, it's pretty early. I've been up for a while, but it's because I like to get stuff done, right? Who doesn't like to get stuff done? This is the time, the season to get stuff done, especially given what we're going to be talking about, which is hello 2020. 2020 is like coming, guys. Are you ready? Like, are you seriously ready for another year of life, another opportunity of opportunities of blessings? It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. I can't even stand it, really. So with that, let's get started. Yes. It's time. It's time. Dear Journal time, guys. Hello on Periscope. Again, hello on Facebook. Hello on YouTube. My name is Natasha Nurse. I am a coach. I am a speaker. I'm the content creator behind Dressing Room 8. I do a lot of stuff. Primarily, it's all under the umbrella of women empowerment, particularly really focusing on three principles or three kind of taglines that I use for my life, I use for my clients, which is think with clarity, dress with confidence, live with purpose. And every month I get on here and I do a Dear Journal segment because I really believe in the power of journaling. I believe in the power of really thinking out your thoughts, sharing what's going on in that beautiful head of yours. What are you thinking about? What's important? How are we reacting to things? What blessings do we need to account for? What challenges do we need to be grateful for because we've come through them, we've learned them, teachable moments, everything. So I have several journals. Ask my husband. He's like, stop buying notebooks. I'm never going to stop buying notebooks. It's just not going to happen. I love writing. I've been doing it since I was 6 years old, and I'm never going to stop. I probably will die with a pen in my hand. And FYI, shout out to Dollar Tree because they sell these really cool, what is this, like I don't even know what to say. It's something plastic and scrunchy and delicious. But what you can do is when you write, I really have like a crazy callus on my finger from putting all that pressure and writing. Like I said, I've been writing for a very long time. And this scrunchy thing is everything. I've bought them for Christmas. I love these things. So shout out to Dollar Tree. If you're happening to go there today, pick up a pack. There's like 5 or 6 that come in a pack. And it's amazing. Let me see if I have a pack to show you. Nope, I have it listed for Christmas. 5. It's a 5-pack though, guys. So it comes different colors: red, green, orange. You'll thank me. All right. And so with that plug, let's keep it moving, right? What are we talking about for today? We are talking about hello 2020. So there's a lot that comes with that. I just again want to just encourage you guys to make sure that you are sharing this out wherever you're tuning in, whether you're doing this on the live here, on Periscope, on YouTube, on Facebook, or on the replay. All right. And of course, this is a conversation. So as I'm talking, as I'm going through different points, if you have questions, comments, thoughts, please put them in the comments so that I can engage with you and I can address anything that's, sparking again in that beautiful head of yours. Okay. And today, hello 2020, for me, what I think of when I say that phrase, when that comes to mind, is the following 3 things: how to manifest your goals, the power of goal setting, and then of course how to implement changes. So that's primarily the 3 things we're talking about today. Stay tuned for the entire program so that you can get that. Also understand how you can talk with me one-on-one if that's something that you're interested in, which I know you are, because this is going to be a hella good conversation. All right. And with that, let's get started with number 1. How do we manifest goals? So again, journal, sharing from my journal, guys. First, it really does come down to clarity of your goals, right? What did I start the conversation by saying? The tagline for my company, Dressing Room 8, a coaching and consulting platform, is about thinking with clarity, dressing with confidence, living with purpose. Those are the three things. If you can accomplish that on a daily basis, you are winning. So for us to manifest goals, what do we first have to have? We have to have clarity. We have to, first to manifest something, we have to have an understanding of what we're manifesting, right? Makes sense. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. So clarity, and not like surface level clarity, guys. I'm not talking about like, I want $1 million. Right? I want to be happy, but I want definitive goals. I want stated deadlines. And it's okay if we don't hit that deadline of say we go with the $1 million mark, right? I want to be a millionaire by the age of 25. If you listen to Gary Vee, he would tell you that's completely ridiculous to say, because there's just so much in life. And it's like, who cares if you're a millionaire at 42 or 25, doesn't, right? So I think for me, what I try to teach people is deadlines helps you focus on how you're working towards that goal. Not necessarily do I have to hit that age limit, but the goal is to definitely just be the millionaire, right? So by putting a deadline attached to it, it really actualizes it a little bit more in your mind. If you listen to anything with the law of attraction and The Secret, if you've heard the Jim Carrey story, he wrote himself like a $10 million check. I think maybe about 5 years before he actually was able to get that $10 million check. He had a date, and it gave, and he carried it in his wallet for all that time. It was like wrinkled and crinkled and all of that good stuff. Look at him rhyming. This is fantastic. And it just gives you kind of that clarity, that moment of, I'm going to not just be wealthy, but I'm going to achieve a certain amount by a certain date. That's what I'm working towards, right? And so that's the value of when you get clear to manifest your goals. You have to get clear, specific, strategic about what specifically you want and why you specifically want it. Not just, I want wealth, I want prosperity. Why? Right? What are you going to do with that money? What's the first thing you're going to do with your money? How are you going to help your community with that money? How are you going to enhance your life, your children's lives, your loved ones' lives, right? Like, why is just as important as the what in everything we do. Please don't ever forget that. If that's like a tweetable moment for you, the why matters just as much as the what. All right. Next, and this is a good one because this is kind of coaching on the go. So look at y'all, you're just getting it for free. Woohoo! So this is a step number 2. This tip I'm about to share is something I work on pretty much every time I have a conversation with my clients, which is the following: identify internal and external obstacles. I say internal because what are we talking about with internal? I don't know if I can do this. Am I really ready? Do I feel up for doing this? Right? Those internal excuses of like, beep, right? Like, why are we saying this to ourselves? What are we doing that is preventing us from moving forward with a goal? So those are the internal things. I'm the procrastinator. I'm just not a morning person. The excuses, the stories we tell ourselves that become our reality. Well, no one really supports me. How am I supposed to do this? All of the internal mental garbage dump that we do. But then there are also external obstacles that you may face, right? You might, for instance, want to be a vendor at an event because you sell lotions and beauty products and right? But however, you have a child to take care of, and maybe your babysitter just canceled on you, and so now you have no one to take care of the kid, right? That's an external obstacle. That's an external challenge. Does it mean you can't vend? No, it might mean you have to bring baby along, right? And you might have to just be that hustling mom and just be like, listen, I'm not going to allow anything to stand in my way of accomplishing what I want to accomplish in this world, right? So it's internal, there's external, but we've got to work through them. And I don't want you to sit down and like write out any external obstacle, but the primary focus is today, right now, if we're manifesting goals today, what are the existing internal and external obstacles that you feel are standing in your way? I want you to kind of do like a column, put the obstacles on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side, I want you to what? Solve them. Because if there's a problem, there's a solution. I am a strong advocate for that. For the problem to exist, there has to be a solution. Whether you can identify that on your own is a different conversation, right? That's why you people like me, like coaches, to help you kind of work through those problems. But believe you and me, there's a solution. Cut the nonsense out, guys. Cut the nonsense out. All right. And then what do we have to do? We did the action plan for those obstacles, and then we have to move forward. Keep it moving, as if you have a dance soundtrack behind you. And in my mind, obviously, y'all see me bumping trap music, right? Like trap music is moving you, and you are moving along, and there is nothing stopping you ever from moving forward with your goals. All right, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. So we're going to keep it moving. And then, of course, and this is a key one, you'll hear from super, super successful people go over and over and over on this point with endless reiteration of it, which is start doing, right? Keep executing. Hey, I want to start a blog. I don't know how to get started. Nonsense, 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 right? Google, Google, Google. And then get in some blog forums, go in some Facebook groups, go in some LinkedIn groups, start talking to people, do informational interviews with 10 bloggers that you really admire. Get started. Stop thinking about all the things you have to do, all the things standing in your way, and start doing, right? That's a big part of moving. Moving forward is with moving with execution, with, I love my phrase, move with purpose. Move with purpose. Can you move with purpose? Then you can get anything done. All right. So that was the how do we manifest our goals? How do we kind of take what's in our beautiful minds, woo, and make them a reality? And I talked about this in a previous video. So if you are unfamiliar with my platform, after you're done with this, what do you have to do? I'll send you guys where you need to go. Hint, 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 dressingroommate.com. Don't want to hide the ball, but you got to go and really, 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 really think about how you are standing in your way, and also the power of our minds, right? The power of our minds is literally evident around us every single day in everything we do, because everything around you first had to exist in someone's mind before it could become a reality. For you to live in a home, it had to exist in someone's mind. For you to wake up with electricity, for you to wake up with hot water, these systems were designed by people's minds. So if you focus on that every day, you will what? Remember that life is a physical manifestation of mindset. Mind matters. Your mind, your thoughts matter. They literally created the life around you, the life you live in, your life. So if you take anything again away from this conversation, what you think, what you say, what you do matters and creates the life you have. All right. Next portion of this, of what we're going to talk about. And if I have comments, guys, questions, give me thoughts. If you're like, what? Huh? Yes. Oh, no. Any of those types of physical responses that are emitting from you right now, please, please, please feel free to put them in the comments here on Periscope, here on Facebook, here on YouTube. Okay. Next, why do we need goal setting, right? Like, why is this like a hashtag? Why is this matter? There's a couple of reasons that I think it really comes down to, and I'm sure you're like, yes, this makes sense, Natasha. Number one, organization. I'm a Virgo. I'm a planner. I'm obsessively planning. I literally have checklists of checklists, like Plan City. If you want to speak my love language, you're speaking to me about checklists. Like, ooh la la, it's sexy time. It's sexy time for me when it comes to a planner. Love a planner. It helps a lot of things that I work on, whether it's writing, whether it's creating content, whether it's video making, whether it's strategy, whether it's self-care, whether it is family time, whether it is business time, whether it is financial time, whether it's just like personal reading, right? Whatever, health, all of that. There's a lot of segments of our lives. There's a lot of things, especially as women, we're literally running the world, guys, right? Like, like Beyonce told us, who runs the world? We run the world. All right. So we're doing a lot of stuff here. You need organization. Yes, we do. We need organization. Oh my. So that's the biggest part of goal setting. Then purpose. Live with purpose, right? To have purpose is to execute. specific targets, specific directives that you want in your life. So that's the value and the power of goal setting. Next, direction. So especially with entrepreneurship or just like starting new ventures, I have seen personally, and also with the people that I work with, there's challenges that come up. You don't necessarily know, right, what you don't know. And you start a business and you're like, oh, I think I'm doing this, and then things change, and then feelings change, and people you work with change, right? Like so many different changes, so many different ways to go about approaching life, approaching your fitness, approaching your career, approaching business. And the directives and the directions change. So the value of goal setting is, as things are kind of permeating and moving and shifting, that you have an understanding of like, oh, this isn't working, so I'm going to try this. So this is how I'm going to go about doing that. These are the days I'm going to do this, right? And so it helps you kind of navigate the shores of change. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, yes. The shores of change. Ooh, the ocean of change. Oh, I'm gonna have to write a poem, y'all. I'm feeling myself today. This is fantastic. So yay, thank you for that. So direction, right? That's it. And then focus. So whether you have like a physical thing that gets in the way of you being able to focus, I think focus is something most human beings are struggling with because we're inundated with too much. It's a content overload, right? As you are tuning into this right now, there's like 100,000 other things you could be doing, a million other people talking, a million other videos, right? The amount of tension that is pulled from us to read, to write, to consume is insurmountable. I never could have imagined the life that we live today for when we were younger. When I was 10, 8, I never would have thought there's not even enough hours in the day for me to watch the amount of TV programming that I have like scheduled on my DVR, right? Like, no. Just no. So there's a lot going on. So when we do focus and when we are trying to tune in and harness our energy and our power into focusing on doing XYZ, this is where goal setting can help. This is how goal setting can make it a bit easier to focus. And then, of course, what does that mean? If you goal set, you're going to be less likely to be distracted. You're gonna see new things, right? Like as I research things, I love like new articles that come up and new platforms and new things to try out, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay. But you have to be careful. It's a wormhole of information. It's a wormhole of a lot of things going on. But with goal setting, you can say, okay, these are the things I'm doing. So when you do research, it's targeted, it's helping you discover what you need to discover to really be successful at what you're doing. And then you're most likely going to accomplish what you're going to accomplish. Whether you accomplish it how you want, or the mass impact, or the time it takes, right? Those are things out of your control. But what you can do is just kind of focus on what's in your center, what's in your world for what you need to do. Guys, we're moving through. Yeah, we're making good time. Now, these are the words of wisdom for how do we implement goals. This is part 3 of what we're talking about today. So, number 1, with a bullet. Don't let internal and external obstacles stand in your way. And I speak from this from my heart. I speak from this from people I'm working with, my clients. It's easy, guys. I feel you. Like, I'll give you the number 1 thing that has been the biggest challenge for me my entire life, right? Which has been my weight and my health, and really making sure that I can be my best version of me, right? So what do I mean by that? Most days of the week, I pretty much wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. my time, and I'm working. I'm working on different things. I'm reading, I'm consuming content, I'm exercising. And what part is the hardest part for me? Exercise, always. I just wrote an article on Fairy God Boss. Shout out to Fairy God Boss. Definitely go to dressingyourmate.com and you can click on the Fairy God Boss banner and you can find the article there. I have hypothyroidism, and it's been kicking my butt. It has really, really been rough. And then I've also got pneumonia and bronchitis this year, right? Like, so there are different health hiccups that happen in our lives, right? And it is challenging. It's one of the most challenging things I ever do, is to just be consistent with moving my body. I have allowed other ailments, thank you for the heart on Periscope, to come in and just be like, no, Natasha, like I'm not feeling up for it. This hurts too much, right? I also have aches and cramps and pains, and it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess and a half. It really is. But it's not okay to do nothing. It's not okay to wallow in that pain. It's not okay to not take care of myself, because here, right, like I'm a warrior. I could stay up all night, work on things, like warrior brain. I've had many, many years of training. The physical training is newer to me, and it's a journey that I've been working and kind of inching away at it. And I'm not necessarily where I want to be at the end of 2019, but that's okay because I'm alive. And to be alive is a blessing, and it's not a guarantee. And I'm alive, which means I have an opportunity. As you see me in my gym wear now, I have an opportunity to go and put in the time, right? Because we all want the outcome. We all want, and again, health and like physical stuff, that's all a personal journey. I'm never going to use my platform or my voice to tell you what you need to do with your body. I think you need to figure out, again, get clear. What are you good with? What are you not good with? What help do you need? What resources do you need? What medical professionals do you need to speak with to help you on your journey, to help you have the clarity and the health and the status that you're looking for? It is an extremely nuanced personal journey. And I really recommend to you not to let anyone dictate to you what your goals need to be. You need to identify what is going on with you and what you don't like, what you do like, and speak with people to help you on the journey of figuring out what next steps are. But don't let other people imbue their ideology of what beauty and what health looks like to them, because that's their perspective. It is not your life. And your life is not a democracy. You are not here to explain your life to anybody. You are not here to explain your choices to anybody. If you want to make better choices, God bless you. Good for you. And for me, having extra weight is not something that I'm mad about or I am upset about. I've dealt with other people being mad and upset about at me for it. However, it is not, the weight is interfering with other health things. And so that's where I have to kind of put it all together and put it into context and really think about it. But it's like I said, that health journey, the weight journey, all of that, such a personal, nuanced journey. And you just have to put time and attention. And I've realized over the years that it's super easy for me to put it to the side and be like, I don't feel up for it. But we got to live past those feelings. We got to get past those internal obstacles, because it is possible to change your life in every way, in every aspect of it, right? Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, mindset, everything. All right. So just don't let it hold you back. And I just, that's what I say to myself. For the past 2 days, I woke up early, exercise, which is so hard. I've exercised, at different points of the day, but not like the first early thing. I have in a while ago, but not recently, not since I've moved to Arizona. And so it felt painful and it felt really good at the same time. And I'm really proud. And so that's why I'm sharing it, because I want to just encourage you again to look at yourself, look at your journey, look at what decisions are good for you, and just commit to them. And the longest or the shortest journey begins with the first step, right? We just got to get out the bed. Right when we get out the bed, then we can make it to the closet. We can put on the clothes. We can do what we need to do. All right. Next, you got to motivate and champion yourself. No one can really do this for you. We all have people and that we love and that kind of get us amped, but it's still up to you to tune into them, right? Shout out to Tony Robbins, shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk, shout out to Marie Forleo, right? All of these people are amazing at what they do. And Gary's not even a motivational speaker, right? He's just a content creator and a storyteller who just motivates so much out of people. But I still have to go and tune into the Gary V experience. I still have to go in and tune into the Marie Forleo, experience, all of these things. I have to go find their content, right? So when it comes to motivation, I think what we all forget to first, step one is you have got to take action. So whether that's consuming the content of others, whether that's getting up and starting a Spotify playlist and listening to music, whether it is reading that self-help book by Michael Strahan, right? either way, the number one thing you have to do is to act. The motivation starts with you. You've got to do something, right? You've got to listen to that audiobook series. You have got to go to the library to pick up something. You have got to go to that conference, that summit, right? It begins with you. We put a lot of like credence with all the people who do all the things that we do, right? Like I myself, oh gosh, thank you, Natasha, for everything I'm doing. Da, 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 da. But you are the one who got on the phone with me. You are the one who are listening to the advice. You are the one taking the action, right? So the motivation, guys, always begins with you. You've got to do something to have the reaction, right? Cause and reaction, right? The reaction, the action and reaction. You do something and your life changes. You decide to make a change, and then the change can happen, right? But always begins with you. So little tips as to kind of things that motivate me. Maybe they motivate you. I don't know. You have to tell me in the comments. Music. Hardcore. You can listen to ask my husband. Blast music. I have probably lowered hearing because of it. Love it. Love me some Afro pop, Caribbean, bachata. Oh gosh, hip hop, pop, all of that jazz. I have very eclectic and very expansive taste. Music gets me going. Like I said, I just be bumping along. I'm like, yes. And I'm in it to win it. It gives me life. I'm also a flautist, play the flute. Shout out to Lizzo. I love another flautist. Especially a plus size girl who's twerking and using the flute. You better work. Yes. Right. I love music. I love creating music. I love listening to music. I love singing to music. It makes me feel alive. That motivates me. Right. If I'm down, got to listen to my Whitney Houston. I got to listen, hear words of just beauty and creationism, and it moves something inside of me. Time with my hubby, right? He's my best friend. He is my soul. He is my rock. He's my homie for life, right? That man is everything to me, right? And so just even looking at him or thinking about him or talking to him gives me life, right? Just gives me spirit. So you've got to have people in your life that just feed your soul, that make you feel alive every single minute, right? Good or bad, right? Even in the moments of fighting where you're like, ooh, you tried it. Oh, I'm going to get you. You're alive. You're alive to get that person. So yes. Next, self-care. I've really been focusing, especially since I've been dealing with a lot of sickness and stuff, with self-care. Shout out to Tara Kasiliev, who put me onto microderming, guys. Microderming. Get your life. It's amazing. If you want to know more about that, put that in the comments. Reading is everything. I'm so proud of myself. I've read over 100 books this year. Yes, I can't wait for what I can do in 2020. You better join me on the challenge of feeding your mind, expanding your life. It's fantastic. Prayer, right? For me, again, if you're not a faith-based person, cool, awesome, live your life. That's amazing. But for me, I grew up Christian. Now I don't know what title to call myself, but I know that I have to further that relationship for me, and my tethering to the universe, my tethering to my deity, and really make sure that I'm feeling supported, because I know I am, and making sure that I'm feeding that relationship. So that's something I do. Journaling, obviously that's what brings us here together today. Movies, film, TV. I have more film and more television shows in my repertoire, in my stash. I call myself a movie connoisseur. I collect film to the detriment of my house and the lack of space eventually I will have, because I can't stop collecting digital movies and physical movies. But I don't care. I'm a movie connoisseur, and I don't have a lot of friends, but I have a lot of movies. I have a lot of moments. Good morning on Periscope. And movies have always inspired me. They have given me a sense of comfortability that I'm so grateful and so thankful for. And just all new films that come out every year, it's just like, oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. So those are things that move me, guys. So you have to identify the things that move you, that make you happy. Because like I said, regardless of the goals and things you're going after, that the first thing you have to do yeah, happy to share the conversation topic. The first thing you have to do is to act. So today, this is a Dear Journal topic that I do. I do Dear Journal every month, and this is Dear Journal Hello 2020. I am talking about, I'm just recapping here on Periscope and Facebook and YouTube about what you need to do to really implement goals. Because as we go into the new year, what are we going to do to make 2020 different than 2019? Not to say that this year wasn't good or bad or whatever, right? But there's always what? Room for improvement. There's always room to be able to do something a little bit different, to inch closer and achieve more goals, achieve different goals, try new things, right? It's a whole brand spanking new year. So that's what we have to do. So I started off saying we cannot let internal and external obstacles, absolutely. Can't let internal and external obstacles hold you down, right? Got to get past them. And also, we have to motivate ourselves, whether it's tuning into motivational speakers, whether it's consuming content like this, whether it's reading, whether it's exercising, whether it's spending time with loved ones. Whatever you do, what are you doing? You have got to act. You are doing something which is going to result in the change and the motivation and the implementation that is needed. All right. Next, you have to believe in yourself, guys. I cannot say this enough. I have tutored people. I have, I coach people. The number one thing that holds people back is they don't believe that the change is possible in their life. There are literally people who don't believe change is possible because they don't believe in themselves. If you refuse to believe in yourself, you cannot expect anyone to believe in you. If you want to start a company, if you want to write a book, fill in the blank. You've got to believe it's possible for you to do it. It's possible for you to succeed, and that you have what it takes to do it, right? If you can't get there, you're always going to be stuck, always. So we've got to find the willpower and the chutzpah, right? Like that, the balls to say, you know what? This is my life. This is my opportunity. I can do this. I will figure it out. You gotta, guys. That's why I love that phrase from Marie Forleo, how she says everything is figure outable. Everything is figure outable. It is, but you've got to be willing to put in the time. You have got to act. You have got to find the opportunities to speak with people, to learn more, to execute, to expand your network, right? It all becomes and surrounds you. I know it's a lot of work. I know. But the greatest things in life require what? The most of us. The most of us. All right. Next, got to be hungry. You got to be hungry. The I don't know is just intolerable. It really is. It's intolerable. I don't know how to get started. Nonsense. Nonsense. Pure nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Google. Guys, start with Google. Then what do you have? We all have personal and professional networks we can tap into. Then, hey, there are forums and groups that we're a part of that you can ask a question, pose the question, but stop saying, I don't know how to do something. It is completely intolerable. You deserve better. You're better than that. All right. Now, next, we cannot give up. I say this because every single time, like for me, I was talking earlier in the program about my health journey, and it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Whether it's getting sick or getting in pain and letting those feelings hold me down, or not believing in myself, right? Like whatever the issue is, we still have to get up and we have to say, today is a new day. This next hour is a new moment, right? It's a new opportunity to just try, just keep moving forward. The I can't will never serve you. The I don't know how will never serve you. But the I can, I am, I will serve you. And you have to use it. And it doesn't matter. Say you set a goal of, oh, I'm going to run 2 miles. I don't think I've ever ran 2 miles in my life. Cool. But you know what I can do? I can first walk to a mile. I can first walk 2 miles. Then I can jog, right? Then I can run. Like we can always work up to what's next. But we cannot say, I can't. We cannot say it's not happening. I don't know. It may be someday. Nope. All right. And then we have to be flexible. And I've learned this the hard way. I come from a background of, I came from science in my education, went to law school, the economy crashed, got into recruiting, hiring. I do a lot of different things from writing, coaching, right? Like so many different things. flexibility is key. If I was super rigid, I wouldn't be here today, right? I wouldn't be telling you things that I'm doing in my life and things that I've been able to help other people do if I was just like, nope, things can only be one way. Only Sith Lords speak in absolutes. One of my favorite lines from Star Wars. Don't be a Sith Lord. Don't. Flexibility is paramount because you don't know what you don't know. And that's really the truth. You don't know what you don't know. And so things will come up and you've got to find the will and the ability to bend and mold and just keep moving, right? And it's just, we got to go through what? The shores of change, as I mentioned. Oh, I love that phrase, shores of change. And pay attention, right? We have to always be auditing what's working, what's not working, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. How can we change? How are we evolving? So that's where it kicks back into the goal setting piece of the conversation earlier, which is what? If we're setting out goals and we have daily goals and weekly goals and monthly goals, and then we're seeing at the end of December, what did you intend to do this month, right? Outside of Christmas shopping, like outside of spending money, what else did we accomplish? What did we read? What new friends or networks did we make? What did we do to make the most out of this month? And then, okay, maybe we hit some of them, we didn't. Why didn't we hit it, right? What exactly stood in our way so that we can adjust and then go into January with execution, with power, with movement, move with purpose. All right, so that's it. We're over, guys. This concludes the next Dear Journal conversation. If you love this, if you're like, I need more of this in my life, super simple, guys. Go to dressingroom8.com. Definitely make sure you subscribe to the blog. Definitely subscribe to the monthly newsletter. You can totally access all the social media channels. All of these videos are available on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope, right? And I've reenacted the Periscope stuff. So if you're here catching me here and you're like, oh, I want to catch other ones, definitely probably go to the YouTube channel. That way you can see I have a whole playlist of all the Dear Journal videos that I've done so that you can come in and you can just consume this, guys. Put this on a playlist, cook your breakfast to it, oh, I got to work out, work multiple things at the same time. I find it so invigorating when I can like work out and then listen to something that's like motivational or help me understand social media more, help me understand marketing more, help me understand human psychology, right? We don't have to just do one thing, right? We have to be careful about too much multitasking because it really then kind of creates scenarios where we're not focusing on any of it and we're just like, right? So, do it with in the realm of what works for your brain, right? We all think and behave differently. So you have to understand your knowledge and how you consume and how you learn and then act appropriately within that. But if you're the person who can do that, enjoy. I think it can really, really help and really motivate you to get stuff done. So again, subscribe to the blog, subscribe to the newsletter. You're going to get my monthly wisdom tips, guys. And then of course, if you have comments and questions, put them here in comments and on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope. Feel free to, put them here. And of course, if you want to have a one-on-one with me, if you're like, this was really interesting, I think I want to talk to you about X, I am totally here for you guys. Free consultation, 30 minutes, dressingroom8.com. Schedule it, 30 minutes with me. Let's create that action plan. Hello 2020, what does that mean for you? Let's get it started now. We have a couple of weeks to start putting things into place. There's no reason not to. All right. And with that, once you're there on Dressing Room Mate, you're also going to be able to see all my other upcoming events, which will be super fun. And you can take note. Yep, I had to show you guys the pen again. I love this squishy thing. It's killing me, guys. All right. So it's been fun. I've got to exercise. I got to exercise. I got to, pay attention to all the goals that I've set for today. I got to take care of myself. And I wish the following for you guys. So now it's time to say goodbye. I had so much fun. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time and your energy that you put towards this. And I can't wait to see you in the next program. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye on each of the platforms separately so that we don't have an issue because I only have 2 hands and multiple devices. All right, guys. So with that, let's say goodbye on Periscope. Bye, guys. And let's say goodbye on YouTube. Bye, guys. It's been real. And then, of course,